So staying in Lahaina meant that we were pretty good in proximity to a lot of things that most people wanted to do in the island, and same for us, other than the obvious things over on the East Coast like Royal Hana and things like that. But managed to get a nice shot on the 6-7 this night, which was one of my favorite sunsets of the trip. Next day was a bit of kind of drive and stop just to get shots as much as we could. I didn't really get anything here, or at least I didn't feel like I got anything worth it, but it was nice still, no matter what. Driving over to Kaanapali Beach, pretty much is where we spent most of this time, and we were looking at this one specific location here in this resort that wanted to get a few different angles, I would say, of this place, and I would say I succeeded in getting at least a good shot with this one. So right over here is where I feel like I started making my first mistakes, not metering the best and just kind of going pretty fast with it when I knew I should not have, especially with poor 400H. This Fujifilm is discontinuing. It takes a bit of time to kind of get accustomed to it. At least for me, it has. It's not just Portra 400 or something like that. I don't know. It just I usually make most of my mistakes with the most expensive films, of course. I do feel with the Pro 400H and the lomography Lomochrome Color 92 Sunkissed, which is a mouthful of a name, and it's the second version of lomography Lomochrome Color 92, was a pretty good start, especially with the lomography one, just because it does fit this so well. The setting was so nice for it, the whole island itself, the sunny vibe, the palm trees, everything about it just fits so nice. We went to Honolulu Bay and then went over to Kapalua Bay, where we went to this cliff house area, which is a bar. I don't know if it was open at the time, but I was more excited, if anything, about the cliff diving that's on the other side of this house. I think I captured some of my favorite shots, and here specifically my favorite shot of the whole trip, actually. And this was honestly still within a few days of being here, but the setting was so perfect between this golden hour time and those surfboards chilling by that shack. Just made it look so great. I'm sure this lomography helped with that, because I was able to capture this at about 30th of a second or something like that, and I'm not usually the best at handheld when it comes to those speeds. And right here also with Christy, I mean, she just did, as she usually does, an amazing job at posing, so this just made it a lot easier for me to capture that between the light, the clear skies, the palm trees. Everything was really just perfect and fitting for this haul. Okay, not sure how much of a harsh shadow there is on me. I'm sure all of it, because it's about a little bit on golden hour. Perfect stock right now. I got Sunkissed 92, which is amazing. Shot it once before and now doing a second trial with it. I think this is the perfect location for it. We're in Maui. It's day 4 right now, and honestly, can't be any better right now. Got Christy photographing the baby right now with the Nikon. I've got some with the baby myself already, and so yeah, I'm gonna get some great sunsets right now. Got the baby right here. Our next day, which was probably one of our longest days between travel and just photographing. Started off at Black Sands Beach, which we have to make a reservation for, and I highly say to do that way in advance. I mean, ours was only about 3 days or so in advance, but still, just in case, because this is nowhere near probably anybody's hotel or anything of that sort. But yeah, it was super worth it. It was super nice to have it by reservation, so it wasn't completely packed as it probably would be if it wasn't like that. But it looked just amazing. Just like that, we went from Black Sands Beach to Red Sands Beach, which is not that far off. I'm switching over here from the G1 to the T2 and going from that lomography to Kodak Gold. Found this little church while we were stopping for lunch and just thought that it looked really nice. I mean, I guess with the trees around it. It was starting to kind of rain around here, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to do well with the T2 since I can't change the shutter speed, but it was perfect. After that, we went over to the bamboo forest, and I've only been to one other big bamboo forest before, and this one was just as nice, if not better looking. Moments like this is usually what reminds me of why I love to shoot on medium format, and just having that time to go ahead and set up a composition with this camera, or just any of these between this and the Hasselblad. Just taking my time, slowing it down. Although I do not favor some of the pictures from the 6.7 over my contacts on these, I still did enjoy the whole process. I think the whole Pro 400H kind of got to me there. I should probably shoot it at 200 next time and not box speed, but yeah, the whole thing itself just reminds me why I love shooting film. Never know where you're gonna get. We are here back at Baby Beach. It's a nice little calm beach. I guess that's why they would call it Baby Beach, but it's really nice. Baby's able to play in there and not get hurt or strong waves. They're able to snorkel. Saw some turtles, some fish, whatnot. While here with the Pentax, don't know if I'll actually get anything with it. Maybe some stuff, but it's been a lot of beach most of the time, so I don't know. Trying to be a little bit different this time, but we'll see. Definitely glad I brought the GoPro for this stuff, because I wouldn't have been able to catch this stuff with my phone between the fishes and the turtles and whatnot. Don't worry, I kept my 10-foot distance away from them, but just so majestic and so nice, especially in the secluded beach. There was maybe a few more families next to us, so that made it even better that it wasn't a super crowded beach. And then do not remember exactly when this was, but Haleakala National Park, amazing. A lot of people do come here, and there is reservations slash you just have to be lucky to find parking if you do it for sunrise. But we went for sunset, which when we got there was not the busiest, which is great because we were able to find parking right up close. You're above the clouds here. It feels like you're literally in heaven between that and almost like another planet with the volcanic craters all around. It was definitely a sight to see, and I would definitely see this again. Sunrise would be nice too, but I would say a lot of people don't talk about the sunset here that much, and it's crazy nice as well. Like, I would definitely come back for sunset as well. But yeah, there's a big thing of coming here around 3 a.m. or something like that for sunrise. It's freezing just for starters, but both morning and sunset, but it's totally worth it. I would say the drive down was probably the scariest thing of this all. Just only seeing headlights and taillights in the very pitch darkness of like thousands of feet up in the air, but still really magical. Still getting some of the sunset on the way down. Our last sunset was at Black Rock, which was pretty much where we started our first sunset, and this was probably one of our second best sunsets, I would say, of the time. I wanted to jump off Black Rock, to be honest, so I made the swim all the way over there. Saw some turtles, fish, eels, a lot of things on my way there, so it was pretty nice. But then when I got to the cliff jump, pretty much started to see a few guys jumping off there. It's really cool. They were really helpful getting me up there. They were doing insane backflips off this. I kind of got up there and was like, guys, I'm just gonna jump normal because I cannot do all the amazing stuff you guys are doing. I'm sure you're flipping on this like daily, but yeah, no, really nice people there. Lastly, Maui Ocean Center. This is pretty much the last day we were here. We got to stop here so baby can go to the aquarium, see some sharks, some fish. She very much loved this piece for sure. Just pointing at the fish and saying their names, which is really, really cute. Okay, Paniwai Park was pretty much a last resort. We were on our way to Yao Valley, and honestly, I say it's a last resort, but this was still like the best possible last resort, honestly, because between the monuments, the just the land around and everything was just looking perfect. And I would say these were also one of my other favorite Pentax pictures that I got during this time. I even used some of the Nikon on this as well, just pretty much finishing all the rolls that we had before getting on our plane back to Oregon. So yeah, no, I definitely say, even though we kind of missed out on Yao Valley, this was still the best possible option of something that we could have got to see before flying out.